Good morning, grade 5, 6s. So I'm going to be a little awkward because I don't like being videoed, but here we are. You're going to see my face a lot doing this. All right, so what we're talking about today is patterns, specifically number patterns. So when we're talking about patterns, we're talking about how numbers relate to each other, looking at how things are connected to each other. You never have to guess with patterns. But sometimes patterns can take a little while to figure out, okay? But there's some key things to remember when you do patterns. First, you have to look at all the numbers. You can never find a pattern if you don't look at all the numbers, because a pattern can be deceptive. It can look like it's one thing, but it'll change as it goes on. The second thing is, you have to show how it's changing. You have to think for yourself about how a change is happening. So let's do some examples. Right here, this is a really easy one. We're looking at this set of numbers right here. We can see that those numbers are getting smaller. So that's simple, okay? So we know to get smaller, we're either going to be subtracting or we're going to be dividing. We can tell. These numbers are getting smaller, subtract or divide. Well, this is easy. We know we're subtracting. We look at this and we go 100 to 93, that's minus 7. 93 to 86, that's minus 7 again. So now we have a pattern. We've got to repeat that. So we're just going to go minus 7 again. And we're going to get, this is where if I had a classroom, I'd make you do the math. But since you're not here, I'll have to do it myself. All right, we get 79. Then we go minus 7 again. We get 72. And then we go minus 7 again. And we get 65. Oops, wrong color. We get 65. That's simple. So what is the rule? Really easy. Minus 7. Or minus 7. Just like that. Okay? Now let's go to the next one here. This one's a lot, it's not quite as easy. We look here, and we see we are getting bigger. Okay? So that means we're either adding or we're multiplying. So right here, to get from 2 to 5, well, I can't multiply. 2 times nothing, that's a whole number, it gives me 5. I can do a decimal, but we don't want to use decimals, okay? So this is obviously plus 3. Okay? Then this one right here, well, it could be a plus 5. And then this one right here could be a plus 3. But I don't think that's what that pattern is, because this isn't just plus 5. That's not the only possibility. The other possibility, of course, is times 2. So how do I know that one's times 2? Well, in this case, you actually can't know because I didn't give you another number, but I'm going to tell you that's what I wanted here, okay? So you can see, I wrote out both options. I could multiply or I could add, but the adding one is the one I want. Sorry, the multiplying one is the one I want. So what's my rule? My rule is plus 3 times 2. See that? Plus 3 times 2. So if I continue my pattern, I go plus 3 times 2, plus 3. Now here is the question. Do I start with plus 3 again, or do I continue my existing pattern? And the answer is I continue my existing pattern. So plus 3 times 2 plus 3, which means this is times 2, which gives me 26. Then I go plus 3 again, which gives me 29, and then I go times 2 again, which gives me 58. So you see that? Plus 3 times 2, plus 3 times 2, plus 3 times 2. That wasn't hard to figure out. I took each individual step and looked at the pattern, and then I applied it. So let's do one more here. We're going to do this one really quickly. So this is obviously either division or subtraction because we're getting smaller. I'm going to go minus 2 up here. Division isn't possible. 3 divided by nothing. Well, okay, actually that's not true. Division is possible. Could be divided by 3, couldn't it? That's an option. Then I go here. I'm getting bigger. If I add, it's plus 3. If I multiply, it's times 4. See that? I'm getting smaller here again. Minus 2. And this one's divided by 2. See how it's getting complicated? How I keep changing?